What's up? Welcome back. Today we are in chapter 18 of Proverbs, and the title of the text is The Wellspring of Wisdom, starting in verse 1. Through desire a man having separated himself seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. A fool has no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. Verse 3. This is probably not teaching that a wicked man brings contempt, ignominy, and reproach to others. Instead, society dishonors him. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. Verse 4. This could be saying that good speech can be really deep and meaningful, a source of wisdom, or it could mean the typical human speech is often useless, but wisdom's wellspring is a useful, flowing brook. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked to overthrow the righteous in judgment. Verse 5. To accept the person is literally to lift the face. It may refer to a superior lifting his own face and looking on an inferior with a smile and a favorable judgment in Numbers 6:26, or to the inferior who had been bowed and groveling on the ground, having his face or head lifted by superior in vindication in Job 11:15. Besides partiality, it means the inferior appeases the superior in Proverbs 6:35, and that the superior accepts or grants the request of the inferior in 1 Samuel 25:35. A fool's lip enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Verse 6-7. Lips and mouth refer to what the fools say, which causes problem, escalating from contention and a beating to destruction or terror and ultimately to death. The words of a talebearer are as wounds as they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. Verse 8. The word translated wounds could also be referred to as delicacies that are readily and greedily swallowed. They enter the hearer's innermost being, where they infect his thinking and poison his heart. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. Verse 9. Brother implies solidarity, that he has the same characteristics in Job 30:29 and supports the same causes. Great waster is literally master of destruction in Ezekiel 21:31. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as a high wall in his own conceit. Before destruction the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. Verse 10-11. These two proverbs illustrate a genuine and imaginary refuge, respectively. A strong tower was a central place in a region or a city to which people could run when threatened in Judges 9:51. Jehovah's name implies his character as the eternal, powerful, faithful, covenant-keeping God in Exodus 3:15. The righteous people who call on, rely upon, and have faith in the character of God will be safe or lifted up so the enemy cannot reach them. A rich man relies on his wealth when he is threatened. To him it seems like a high wall around a strong city, but that is his own, only in his own imagination. In reality, wealth cannot save in Matthew 16:26 and Mark 10:24-25. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Verse 14. Psychological or spiritual brokenness is worse than physical infirmity. A man's gift maketh room for him, and bringeth him before great men. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him. The lot causes contention to cease, and parteth between the mighty. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. Verse 19. Metal bars were used to reinforce the doors of a castle. It was nearly impossible to get through in order to reconcile the situation. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruits of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Verse 20. Satisfied and filled are the same word in Hebrew. The approach a person takes in his speech will return to him. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Verse 21. The tongue is powerful in James 3:1-12. Those who love the tongue and eat its fruits are those which choose to live or die under its power. Prudent speech brings life, and wicked or excessive speech brings death, in Matthew 15:18 through 19. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtain favor from the Lord. The poor uses entreaties, but the rich answereth roughly. Verse 23. To plead is to appeal for mercy or cry for help, in Psalms 86:6, or present a petition in 2 Chronicles 6:21. The rich ones think his wealth will allow him to get away with answering roughly. A man that has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Verse 24. The first friends are neighbors or companions who may be attracted by money. The second kind of friend is literally one who loves. Jesus is such a friend to his followers in John 15:13 through 14.